How y'all doing? All right. So, um, last month, maybe the month, maybe the month before it, I put out a video about my little music project, my little music. It's called The Middle. It's me. It's music that I've written, and I did that video because I wanted to let people know that I can do something other than look good. So, I'll put the links again in the description, and y'all can check that out for yourself. But anyway, what I was gonna do is tell the story of how I went up to Dallas to audition for X Factor. Am I shiny? I think I'm shiny. Oh well, that's what stars do. They shine. So anyway, let's get started with our story. But first, at RODSTORY on Instagram. I'm not gonna ask you to follow because I don't do that. I don't ask people to follow. I don't ask people to subscribe. You subscribe if you want to, follow if you want to. I'm not about to beg for followers and subscribers. I have the other things to do. So y'all can go check out, because this month, the month of December, is hashtag 31 Days of Rodney. And since I've done really bad at posting on Instagram, I'm trying to use this as a way to post, so I can feel like I'm socializing. So I'm gonna post at least once a day for the month of December, and we're gonna see if I can last. Now, let me take you back to 2012. There's a young boy named Rodney, yes, and he wants to sing. But many opportunities don't present themselves, you know? And so when I found out that X Factor was going to be in Dallas, I decided that I was going to go ahead and audition this time, because I'd seen it before, and I just never did it. So I decided I would do it this time. And I've always wanted to entertain. I want to sing and act and all that. So I went to Dallas. I was working part-time, and I just decided to take a whole week off, no pay, to go to Dallas, spend the week up there. The auditions were on Thursday, if I recall correctly, Wednesday or Thursday. So I'm pretty sure it was Thursday. So I went up on a Monday, and I got me a hotel room for the whole week, $69 a night. So it was a day's in. So I stayed in the hotel room all week, right? So that's what I did. But let me tell you what I did before. I keep doing that. Let me tell you what I did before I left. I decided I was going to Dallas to audition for X Factor. I decided that it would be best if I did not tell my mother, right? Because she had never really, supported. Or, she didn't really, So, but here's the thing I was just thinking about this morning too. She had no problem when she tried to help me with my acting. Okay, so when I was 13, I went and auditioned for a management company or an open call. So I went, auditioned. I was first in line because we were so early. So with the help of a friend from church, she drove us. So I was first in line. We all sat in this room and waited and waited and waited and waited and waited, because that's all show business is waiting. So we waited and waited and waited and waited, right? And then this dude comes in with a little dog, and he's the one we have to audition for. So we go in little groups into the room, an office or a room off from this main room where everybody's sitting. And this is a management company. He had people. I specifically remember in the binder that they gave us, they had a picture of Brenda Song, because I'm sure that management company represented Brenda Song from the Disney Channel. And so these were people. So we each go. It was groups of 10. We each go into the room, and we're given this little piece of paper. This is a whole different story. My bad, y'all. Y'all get 2 in 1. Okay, so we each get this little piece of paper. God, it was like a commercial. He was telling us how the people in commercials make the most money. They're called no names. So he gave us this little piece of paper. It was, God, I can't remember what it said. It was something like, I can't go on with my day unless I have a blank. And then that's just an example. I don't remember what the paper said. But then our job was to fill in the blank and then recite it to him convincingly, right? All I remember is I said something about a juicy Whopper. Said, look at all these TV faces. Yeah. I said it, and apparently I was one of the ones that got in. I was accepted. They said yes to me. You know, they go through that whole spiel of you're going to hear 1,000 no's before you hear one yes. I got a yes. I was one of the kids that got a yes. Then just the little papers. And then the news is broken that we're going to have to go to like a workshop or where we get acting classes and stuff. News was broken that it was going to be $2,900 for the acting classes. And who got it? Because I don't. My mama didn't. So $2,900. So, you know, we had to just pass. We had to chuck up the deuces and say, bah, because we ain't had it. Fine with that, but she did not want me to sing. So when I told her I wanted to, once, like when I was in my last year of high school, I told her I wanted to sing. She said, she basically wasn't supportive of it, and she gave me like an index card with Bible verses on it. I guess she thought that music would turn me to drugs and stuff like all these other people, but whatever. So when I had it in my mind that I was going to go audition for X Factor, I did not tell her, and I didn't want to tell her. So my stuff, I left without saying anything, and I went and got on the Metro, which would then take me, I packed my suitcase, had my suitcase, I walked about a mile to the bus stop, bus to the Greyhound station. I bought me a little one-way ticket. I can't remember if I bought a one-way ticket or a two-way ticket. I'm sure it was a two-way. But anyway, I went to the Greyhound station, waited and waited and waited and waited again. Forward through an 8-hour bus ride. Now we're in Dallas. And I get out of the Greyhound station. It's like a whole new world. And so I'm walking out of off the bus, out of the station, out the front doors. So then there's these these vultures of cab drivers who are just lined up on the street waiting for people to come out. I didn't really know where I was going. I just got in the first one I saw. I'm pretty sure they were African, Jamaican, something like that. They were black. So they had the cowboy cab. It was just a plain white car with cowboy cab on it, right? So I got in the cowboy cab. They treated me nice and everything. Where the Greyhound station was to where my hotel was 3 miles. 3 miles, right? It said, take me to Market Center, 3 miles away. How many? Say it with me. 3 miles. Then these dudes stop for gas, right? And then they have me pay for it. I had a little envelope of money that I was saving to go somewhere else. That's another story. But cash. So how am I paying for gas? That's $20 to fill up their tank to go how many miles? 3 miles, right? And why am I paying for your gas? I'm just going 3 miles. Why am I paying for your gas? And they did get a little bit of there was a little bit of hostility, you know? At first I was like, I don't want to pay for it because it was 3 miles. That shouldn't add up to $20. I said, screw it. I just went ahead and paid them. They dropped me off at my hotel and I just went ahead and paid them. I didn't tip them nothing. Now we're at the day's end. We're checking in. We're checked in. We're walking through the door. I am so happy to be, because then I was living with my mama, right? I was just so happy to have some freedom. I got naked, right? And it was just me for X Factor pretty much, because I got there on a Monday and the auditions weren't until Thursday. And people actually didn't start showing up until Wednesday. You know, they came Wednesday and probably left Thursday or Friday. Denny's right across the parking lot, so that's where I had dinner every night. I went to Denny's, ordered my food, took it back to my hotel. They had cable. I watched my little cable. It was a good time. It was like my own little apartment. I enjoyed myself. Fast forwarding to Wednesday. And people start getting there. There was one, I'm thinking they were a throuple. But it was 3 dudes, I'm not asking questions. And there was 2 other dudes with a daughter. Again, not asking questions. So we're all there. They're auditioning for X Factor 2. You know, everybody's Everybody's trying to size each other up, trying to talk about the competition, say what kind of music you sing, how do you know, all that stuff. So it was on the Wednesday because there was American Idol finale was on that day, season 10 or 11, whichever one had Haley Reinhart, and we all got together in the Thruples hotel room to watch it because there was some woman that was performing. Her name was Benonce. She was performing on it, and more people. So we all said we're gonna get together in that hotel room and, you know, sing for each other. We want to hear how each other sounds. We want to like get the nerves out too before we have to sing in front of the little junior producers. That never happened because I think we were all trying to scatter around and, you know, collect ourselves. But then when we came back, the Thruples hotel room door had a do not disturb sign on it. Again, not asking questions. He just said forget it. So the next day is the auditions. We got up extremely early. Okay? I didn't sleep the night before. But which is something I'm okay with. I don't mind losing sleep if I enjoy what I'm doing. Anybody else like that? I don't mind losing sleep if I enjoy what I'm doing. I ride with somebody. Remember who it was, but I got a ride. Oh, let me tell you about the wardrobe. 2012 I said. And this was the time that Lady Gaga was, you know, really huge. And then so everybody was dressing like crazy people, like her and Elton John and all that. It was dressing like crazy people to get the attention, right? So let me tell you what Rodney had on. He had on these sweatpants, as a matter of fact. I had on these sweats. I had on a white dress shirt. You can see the white dress shirt on Instagram, @Rodsicle. I got a picture of the dress shirt on there. Not with the outfit, but just the dress shirt so you can see what it looks like. It's just a white dress shirt. And I had on some suspenders, right? I had on a tie that matched the suspenders. And I had red tape over my nips. Why? Dinner. Don't ask questions. And I also had a pair of, I think it was the white sunglasses that I have, with the same tape, like covering them, with a little hole in the middle so I can see. I'm gonna let that sit with you for a second. Okay. Let me backtrack a little bit. Somewhere in there, just somewhere in that couple days, or it was at the Greyhound station, I think. I called my mom and let her know where I was. So fast forward. Dressed in this dumbass outfit. So I got a ride in some van with some people that I don't know. I can't remember. So we got to the auditions. We, you know, go to the little tables they have in the front where the little, I don't know if they're producers or just assistants or interns or whatever, but they're sitting there, they take your information, they give you a wristband, I think, all that, you know, the legal and like registration stuff. we get our stuff and I go get in line. There's a lot of people there. I was one of the earlier ones, or me and the group were one of the earlier ones. So in all, it was about 10,000 people. 4 to 6 hours that we were standing in the line and we had to wait and 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 wait. The news, one of the news people from Houston that came up to Dallas to see. So I called my mama real quick and I said, hey, turn to channel 26, turn to Fox. So then when the camera was sweeping past the barricade, I was all up in the camera like this, like you see on TV. And I said, did you see me? She said, yeah. Yeah, she saw me looking a damn fool on television. It's like on TV, it's you see the big long lines with the barricades. And they had about 4 different SUVs driving through the barricades and through the lines. And they told us to reach out for them like the judges are in there, which of course they were not. But this is for TV. But just reach out, act like the judges are in there, act like you're trying to touch them. Paula's in this car, Paula's in this car. You know, it was just for TV. Because you know, when you're on the people that do not go directly from those long lines into the audition that you see on TV. There's levels before that. Then finally, they release us, and people are just jumping the barricade because they want to get in front. From the outside parking lot barricade lines, they bring us into like a stadium. It's a stadium. They have us sitting in the bleachers and waiting again, because waiting.
Waiting around for a yes or a no, or waiting for their hair to grow. Everyone is just waiting.
And on the stadium floor, on the stadium floor, it was a bunch of little booths, like little black curtain booths, where the producers would sit, and then they call one side and they tell people from this side, one section, come down and get in line. Come down and get in line, and then I'm still waiting because I'm in like the third section. I think I have videos of this. I'll see if I can put these in. But they're getting in line, and then one by one they send them to these booths, and this is 2012. So all you heard was girls belting "Rolling in the Deep" by Adele, because that was the biggest song that year, and everybody was singing it. Everybody was singing it, right? So I'm like, damn, I'm glad I ain't picked that song. You gotta know, you get told to go through one door. If you get a yes, you get a golden piece of paper, and you get to go through the other door. So there. So my section finally gets called. I'm in the line. Fast forward, I get to the front of the line. I go into this booth, and it's just you and this dude. They give you a piece of paper while I forgot to tell you this. They give you a piece of paper while you're sitting in the bleachers. So I forgot to tell you about this. To have you sitting in the bleachers, they give out these little pieces of paper, questionnaires, and I don't remember everything on the page, but I specifically remember at the bottom of the page, they give you a blank space. It says, "Tell us anything interesting about yourself here." That is the part where they will write their little sob stories. The sob stories are the ones that you see on TV. I've been adopted. I was rejected by whoever. I'm getting married. Whatever. Stuff like that. That's where they have you write that stuff. I left it blank because I have nothing interesting going on in my life at the time. So I went to my little booth. The booth with the producer. I give him the piece of paper, and he goes like this. He goes like this. Let me find a piece of paper. He goes like this. He goes like this. He goes like this. Hold on. He goes like this. He goes like this. I give him the piece of paper, and he goes like this. Okay, let's hear you. So I said, fine. He said, let's hear you. So I sang Haven't Met You Yet by Michael Bublé. Michael Bublé. I sang his song because at the time, I guess I didn't understand the concept of changing the key to fit your voice, so I just sang his because he's in my range a little bit. So I sang that song. I sang the bridge. He's looking at me. He has like a half smile. It's like a I don't like you, but I want to be polite. You know, like that. So then I finish, and he goes, "Thank you, but no." And because in those booths, they're either going to tell you yes or a no. They're not going to tell you a reason why. That takes too much time. So I got a no. I walked out through the no door, out the outside door. And once again, there's a bunch of vulturous cab drivers lining up the curb. So I see the cowboy cab, and I pass that bitch right up, and I go to the yellow cab. Because I know they got meters and stuff, and they got people you can call in case something happens. So I go to the yellow cab. So I said, hey, can you give me a ride? And the driver looks at me and goes, why you not take them? Why you not go in? I said I wanted a yellow cab. He said, okay. And I got in the car. Oh. Now, the cab driver brings me back to the hotel, right? I don't remember the exact amount. So let's say the ride was $11.75. I gave him $12. Why is he looking at it like it's pennies? Like, ugh. Now see, I don't ride in cabs a lot. I don't know why you have to tip the cab driver. Like, what are you paying for if you tip them? I know if you tip a waiter or a waitress, you're like paying for their life. But if you tip a cab driver, what are you paying for? Because the gas is included in the bill, right? Or in the fare. So what are you paying for if you tip a cab driver? Somebody answer me that. Moving on. He took me back. I gave him $12, said peace, deuces. I fell asleep. And then I remember getting a call at like 11:10 from the front office talking about, you're past your checkout time. And I said, all right, I'm coming. I packed my stuff, threw some clothes on, and I walked the 3 miles back to the Greyhound station. We're not doing no cowboy cabs. I call my mom every now and then. So I gave her a call. I got on the bus. You know, it was another 8-hour ride back. Got on the bus, got home. No, that was that. But let me tell you something I forgot. So that stupid ass costume I told you about, right? I did safety pins. I can't remember what the safety pins were for, but I forgot. I couldn't find safety pins. So then walking, it was around the corner. There was like I was taking walks because it was nice to just be in another city and walk and experience another city. Because I didn't travel a lot. I still don't. I need to. So I walked like down almost to the corner, and out in this, there's a field between the end of this block where there's buildings and houses, and here where the hotel is. Oh! And I was also standing right behind Medieval Times. That was so cool. Okay, because I know they shot an episode of Walker, Texas Ranger there. That's why it was so cool to me. So anyway, so there was the field, and then I saw this dude. It was a homeless dude. So I was like asking him for directions to like the nearest the office supply store so I can get my safety pins. This dude went off on me. Something crazy. Get back! Don't walk up on me like that again. That's not gonna happen to me again. This dude went off. He was yelling. I was like, hold up, dude. All I wanted to know is where to get some safety pins. So he never answered my question. He don't know. I guess he couldn't afford it. I just eventually found him a damn self. It was an okay experience. I got to travel. As I did not make it on X Factor, the year after was American Idol. American Idol. So here's American Idol story. They actually came to Houston, and they were downtown, so I go downtown, waiting in another line. It's always lines, because it's open call, so it's going to be lines on lines on lines. So let me just fast forward to the part where we go into this big building, the convention center, and we're sitting in bleachers too, and they call you down. But instead of the little booths, they have these tables lined up at the front. And they have 4 judges, judges, sitting at the table, and they put you in 4 lines. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 in the front, you step forward, you go one at a time, you sing your song. Next one sings, next one sings, next one sings, and then they'll say yes, no, yes, no. My whole row was a no. I sang that same Michael Bublé song because I just really did not know what changing this key of a song was. So it was just a no. So that's how they do it. They get you out fast. So they'll tell you no, 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 no. Goodbye. No, 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 no. Hey. So, yeah. No. Gotta know. So then a couple months later, so I registered online for The Voice. And then, now for The Voice, they also bring you into this room. It's a hotel. This is a hotel or a business. This was also in Houston. And they bring you into a hotel. It's a big hotel suite, rooms, chairs. They talk to you, just like every other place. And what they'll do is it was 10 or 12 of us. They'll split you up into groups of 10 or 12, say, y'all go to this room, you get led to the room, we go to this room, we go to this room, we go to this room. So the room I was in, what they do is they have you chairs to the side, the producer or whoever he is sitting in the front. This looked disrespectful, that's what it was. Okay. He's sitting there going through papers and he's on his computer, not paying attention, not even looking. So, whatever, I guess our job is to make him pay attention. So anyway, they have you sit in these chairs on the side where the producer is sitting in the front, and he'll point you out and say, you get up, come over here and sing. Thank you. You get up, come over here and sing. Thank you. You get up, come over here and sing. Thank you. And he did that 10 or 12 times for how many people was in the room. I once again sang Michael Bublé. After everyone's finished singing, they'll give you like the whole Let me just tell you what happened to my room. My group, the whole group got a no. I didn't make X Factor, I didn't make The Voice, I didn't make American Idol. So I made my own damn music. That's what I made. So if you want to listen to that, I'll put the links in the description again. It was a good experience because I enjoyed meeting the different people that shared the same dream I did, but then I had to know that this is what I said when I was there too, during the X Factor. It's a reality show before it's a talent show. That's what you have to know about these shows. They're reality shows before they're talent shows. They want a good story, they want good looking people, which they would have if they didn't pass on this right here, let me tell you. But they want all that stuff. They want good television, and then they want talent. So, I wasn't taking it personally. I still don't take it personally. It was a good experience for me. I those shows, I made my own music. I'll put those links in the description. I think I just said that, but I'll say it again. I'll put those links in the description. Don't forget I'm doing hashtag 31 Days of Rodney on my Instagram, @RodSickle. I'm not asking you to follow. Just go check it out if you want to. But if you feel like following on today, I really do. A little shiny, but I do look good. Okay. Well, thanks for listening. See y'all later. All right. How y'all doing? Bye. All right.